Good morning. You have tuned in to the Reporter on the Air, the weekly public affairs show, all about Forsyth, Monroe County. He's Don. He's Richard. I'm Will. Welcome. Come on in and have a seat. We'll talk for a while.
Sit down in front of your TV or either turn your radio up loud because we're going to talk to you and we're going to show you stuff.
It's always good to gather around the table every Thursday or every week we do this and just talk about what's going on in Forsyth and Monroe County. And it's been a pretty busy week. A lot going on this May time of years. May's over halfway over done. And we've got a lot.
Don't remind me.
Okay,
why do you do that? May's halfway over.
What do they say? As you get older, the days crawl, but the years fly.
Yeah, I'm going to tell you something. For some reason, since I have had this knee surgery, I have lost a day. I cannot find it. I'm serious. I've been thinking yesterday was all day Friday and today's Saturday. So I've lost Friday.
It's probably because
now when I start next week, I don't know what day I'm going to lose. I've sort of surprised myself.
It's probably because when you're recovering from surgery, you're sitting in bed and probably time goes so slowly.
It's that
you're
stuff that
bored.
puts you to sleep. That's why I guess I don't know. By the way, I'm going to jump right in the middle of this. Monroe County, y'all have heard me in my column complain, and I don't know if it's complaining, but just wondering why Monroe County didn't get any industry. Well, we've had industrial development directors and presidents, and this is the first time that we've had something.
It's exciting.
Yeah, and I hate to keep bringing this up. I think this is the first one since the egg farm. The egg farm.
That was
isn't it?
Smoke and mirrors.
I think so.
Yeah, this first one. Yeah, first one
Since Encore.
Yeah. Well, yeah, but anyway, industry.
First real one since Encore. First real one since Encore.
Yeah, that's
first
true.
real, yeah.
We had some false starts.
Fake news.
Fake news.
But it makes me feel good about our community, and I've come up with an expression. And I think this is going to be in my column.
Oh, good.
And I'm going to expound upon it. We hear people. You hear it.
You gonna talk about ham sandwich?
The dude here that says we just got old blood. Well, here let me tell you what happens. We get new blood, and they turn to old blood pretty fast.
Yeah. The old saying about a small town is you got to have a couple more funerals before you can grow.
Yeah,
and we've had enough funerals.
Yeah, we've had enough funerals. Like I said, we got to have some new blood. Well, we get new blood, and it turns to old blood real fast. But anyway, I think it's great for Monroe County because I have been always envious reading magazines like Georgia Trend, even the Macon paper, announcing, hey, industry coming, and industry coming. And this is the first time you've been able to fill your front page up with some industry coming.
That's right. If you drive by the IDI Industrial Park, which is there at Rumble Road, you'll see large pieces of equipment have begun grading. And we don't know the name of the company yet, but we do know that they're building a 720,000 square foot warehouse, which will probably be the biggest building in Monroe County. And they even got plans down to expand to 1 million square feet.
That's fantastic.
And it's got the plans they've submitted to the county have bays for trailers and everything. It has all the appearance of a distribution center.
Super.
Although the development authority is being very, very down low, QT. They don't want to say much. They don't want to jeopardize the project. Apparently, there's still some negotiations, and development authority president Bo Gregory told us there may be even bigger news to come. This may not be the only.
How long? I hate that because that's like you telling your kid, "Well, we gonna go to Six Flags Saturday." Saturday comes and you don't go.
Yeah.
I'm gonna give you a piece. You can have a piece of candy never come. I just think that's unfair. I think again that in the process they ought to say we're working for something, but don't say, "Oh, well, we're gonna have bigger news and better news." That's just psychologically depressing.
That doesn't bother me.
Doesn't bother you as much as Don.
Not as much.
Yeah. We all have different personalities.
It just ticks me.
Well, now I wonder when the bigger news is gonna come out.
Yeah. How long has Larry Evans been saying? Come on.
As long as I've been working here.
That's right.
The interesting thing is that this company, this building, this facility, for whoever it is that we don't know, has already applied for building permits, and they also applied for a zoning change that we reported, but since the newspaper hit the streets, they have reversed course and said, we don't need a zoning change. So we may have gotten more information than we would have otherwise
That's
gotten
right.
because they
That's
had to
right.
apply for that. Thought they had to apply to
Well,
change
you know-
the zoning to commercial, but now they're gonna just keep it industrial.
Did you know, at that exit, that's the Rumble Road exit, across on I guess it's on the east side, a long time ago, there was a steak restaurant over there. I don't know whether that building still exists over there or not.
Yeah, we did a story on that. There's an alternator shop in there and a haunted house.
Yeah, that's right, that's right. That's
You
right.
never been to the haunted house?
No, my house is home.
They have olives floating in water and it says eyeballs. That's always when I think about a haunted house. No. Oh, when I think of a haunted house, I always, when we were kids, we did a haunted house. We put olives floating in water and said they were eyeballs.
Did you ever put a baby Ruth in the punch?
That would only be fun if you could see it. If it was dark, it wouldn't be nearly as good.
We did one in San Antonio when I went out for the Final
Oh,
Four,
really?
and it was, it actually was pretty interesting.
Pretty good haunted house.
It was pretty good.
Did you get scared?
Well, not intentionally. There was one part where you went through a trap door in the dark.
Oh, wow.
And you thought there wasn't anybody in there to actually direct you. You thought you might have really been like about to walk off the edge of the house.
Oh, wow.
But we did go the direction we're supposed to.
Kind of like being waterboarded. You don't know if you're really going to make it.
Or you know, what was that, down at Disney World, they had that haunted house.
Yeah.
Well, I was privileged as I got to be one of the first people to see that thing. Anyway,
I did the one at Disneyland too this year.
did they do one at Disneyland?
Richard's a
Well,
world traveler.
when I first came to Monroe County, I got this is a good story. When I first came to Monroe County, yes, I started a reporter, but the rumor, because I just resigned from Six Flags to start the paper, well, lo and behold, the rumor got started that I was representing Busch Gardens,
And going to the competition.
and Busch Gardens was going to be located at the High Falls exit.
That would be awesome.
Yeah, and that I was an agent, and I was going to put up. I'm serious. Now I just sat there.
Now we know where the High Falls Water Park came
Yeah.
from. It was the original Busch Gardens.
That's right. But that was a story that got started about me, and I just
That's
because
hilarious.
I had to laugh about it.
Yeah, one guy that wanted to do the petting zoo, he wanted to put the animals in up there. too.
Oh, I know, that
Busch
would've been-
Gardens,
that would've been
fantastic.
Yeah.
Well, it is good news. 250 jobs is what they are promising or saying might be available with this distribution warehouse. And as you know, Georgia's in the running supposedly for the new Amazon headquarters. And did you hear what Amazon is currently located in where?
Seattle.
Seattle. Did you hear what the Seattle City Council
No.
in their wisdom and their brain trust? They imposed a huge tax on businesses to help the homeless. For every employee you hire, you have to pay $250 tax per year, which if Amazon has 20,000 employees,
I did hear.
isn't that incredible?
That's just.
You know, these liberal cities are just committing economic suicide because they have no understanding how the real world works.
There are a lot of homeless in Seattle. That's
Which came first,
You know what?
though?
Accurate.
If you raise taxes to pay for them, guess what you're going to get more
No, I
of?
agree with you.
More homeless.
I agree
Well,
with you.
here's a question for y'all. Do we have homeless in Monroe County?
Absolutely.
We do.
Where do they stay at?
Ours
are Harvey's.
They stay in Otis's grocery store building?
I think some people shift from like family members' house to family. They don't have their
Okay.
own permanent residence. We don't have as many out of the street as they do in Seattle.
Yeah, oh, yeah. I've been to Seattle, and yes, yeah.
Well, we've had a lot of good economic news. We had the story last week, I think, or maybe it was last week, I think, about the reopening of the Plant Camellia with the Grow Green, silt fence company and erosion control company.
I think it's great.
They're renovating the Plant Camellia, and now this project, they're, let's see, what's the name? One of the names I've heard is Project Bruin, so
Yeah, it's like UCLA.
UCLA, yeah. So we'll see if it looks like they're doing construction, Don. So this is no longer just maybes. This is like, as one of our county commissioners said.
When they start hiring people, when they start work there, then
That's
I
when
will
you
believe.
buy it.
That's it.
We've
And by the
heard-
way, here's a question for you. Talking about is the City of Forsyth water park open?
Splash pad,
Coming soon.
splash down.
Wait a minute, what'd you say? Rick?
Coming soon. According
I
to
believe, I believe they don't have to turn it on because it rains every day. So It's
Probably
always
a
splashy.
Memorial Day weekend opening is what most likely is what we think.
Sandy Pearson is saying. City of Forsyth made that call, and they can't make a decision. I don't know why it's so hard.
After graduation.
Just set it down.
The kids will be out of school.
Well, what about the skate park? You can use the skate park
Yeah,
anytime.
anytime, it's always open.
That'd be good for your knee, Don. You'd probably get some good rehabs. Good go skate.
Well, Richard, what you gonna do the rest of the week? But anyway, yes, I think the paper's full of some really good news. I have really enjoyed reading these essays about what they love about Monroe County. That's just really good.
Yeah, we do it every year, and you know May 15th is what?
May 15th.
Monroe County's birthday.
Oh,
Monroe
okay.
County was founded in 1821.
197.
This is our 197th birthday, and every year we set Todd Tolbert and his wife Stacy and Tolbert Associates. They sponsored this contest. They give away $700 in prizes.
It's gonna be a
And-
wild
and-
bicentennial in 3 years.
Yeah, we need to start planning for our 200th birthday.
It'd be crazy.
Well, I
It's been 3 years on the 150th, I think.
That's right. I did a special section on the 150th, and it was really nice. They did a lot.
People still talk about that day. They had the beer contest,
That's
the
right.
liars contest.
That's right.
all
It was really, and they did the late Wendell Ramage wrote a history play on Monroe
That's
County. He did that, and we had the steam train to come through town, and it was just and I set up meetings with the governor, and anyway.
We could write a play acting out the first time that an industry didn't come to Monroe County.
I agree with you.
Wouldn't that be good?
I think we ought to get Richard to do that. Richard, one more thing I want to ask Richard. What about your Sports Hall of Fame? What is it you're doing?
June 16th, the second annual induction ceremony. It's be 8 new members
Wow.
coming in they're expecting several hundred people, and we had 300, 400 last year for the first.
That's fantastic.
We're on. Anybody that's watching this or listening that played football at MP pre-1960, we're hoping to recognize all those people at the
Well,
bank
tell
when
me
they get a free
something.
ticket. So
You got all that stuff left over from that sports exhibit. Are we gonna have a Sports Hall of Fame located
yeah,
somewhere?
well, we hope so. What the county does with the expansion of the recreation department is going to play a lot of role in what we end
Well, I
up
think
doing
that-
with
I
some
think-
of
I
that
think-
stuff. But
That's great.
that's
Good
what
idea.
we'd like to have.
This sports is big in Monroe County, and I think it's an excellent idea. By the way, speaking of sports, Richard, Mary Person, so caps its spring practice with a scrimmage, and you'll have details in next week's paper.
That's right.
Where are they playing? When is the spring?
Tonight,
Spring scabbing.
as we record, it's tonight.
Okay.
Friday night against Washington County.
They used to be just inter-squad scrimmages, but the Georgia High School Association now allows you to play other teams. So
They apparently are encouraging them to keep score. this
yeah,
year,
that's
too.
right. Brian Nelson was telling me that they've really wanted to be almost as close to a game as possible. So, but my son is a rising freshman kicker. They've told him that they've assured him they're not doing any kicking. So
Is he punting or play script?
a little of everything, but whether he gets on the field or not remains to be seen.
Yeah. Well, I want to bring up one more thing too, and I forgot to mention it on last week's radio show. And this cemetery tour.
Yes.
I think is it today or
Saturday.
Saturday or yesterday?
It was Saturday.
Yesterday.
I hope that's something that
They worked real hard on
they really did.
getting actors to reenact, big
Yeah.
play, the old time Forsythians, and so.
Didn't Ralph Bass write the script or something? I don't know.
I would not be surprised at all
Yeah.
if that's the case.
But I think
When he's not writing letters to the editor, he's writing.
I hope they're still not counting on me. No one ever called me back.
Richard, it's always been your dream to play a dead guy, a dead man walking. This might be your.
The script's still on my desk, but no one ever contacted me. So.
What's that television series that's got all the dead people?
That's
walking?
what The Walking Dead. Yeah.
The Walking Dead. Well, I tell you what, Sonoy, Georgia had, boy, they milked that thing. I rode through Sonoy, a couple, 3 weeks ago on a Saturday. Sonoy, nothing going on special. The town was packed, and it was the number.
Zombies.
No, there was not. No, these were regular tourist people. Well, as a matter of fact, we did see 2 zombies. But we did. It was just
How could you
amazing.
tell?
It was just amazing how Sonoy has really capitalized on that, and they just got interesting shops, and they've just capitalized.
What are they going to do when the show goes off the air? Which I think
Well, it'll sort of be like
Still
Friday.
be a
Still
rerun.
big.
Kind of like Whistle Stop.
That's
Yeah,
right.
syndication.
Exactly right. Like Whistle Stop, you know. But anyway.
Well, we had some news, political news. We got an election Tuesday. Which, have you voted yet, Don? Did you early vote?
I haven't voted yet.
Richard, did you vote?
Not yet.
I know who I'm not going to vote for.
Oh yeah, good. That would be interesting to know. You want to share?
No.
Okay.
Tell me
You want to
something.
make predictions?
No.
This is our pre-election
All right,
show.
I'll make a prediction. All right, well, sheriff, okay.
Well, that's not on the ballot. It's Tuesday.
Why?
They're not running
Okay.
to
All right, who's on the ballot? You.
We need to get you a subscription to the paper.
I've got one. I just forget. I forget to take it to the bathroom.
City council race, 2 school board
All right, who's
races.
gonna win on the city council race?
Who's gonna win? I don't know who's gonna win. I don't cover the city anymore.
City elections, Ronald Bearden and John Howard. John Howard's won an election before for mayor. I guess, Ronald Bearden has run a very business-like. He's actually talking about issues. John did not show up to the debate. And Don, you were pretty tough on the former mayor in your column this week.
Well, I'm going to continue to be tough on it because anyway,
Did you like the headline, "No Show Howard"?
Yes, I like that very much.
City
But,
can't afford No Show Howard.
What, yeah, I have to
What are
say,
some of the
I
problems
have
you
to
have
say
with
something.
that?
I have to just say something. It absolutely amazes me. It's
John, is John on the air before us or after us?
What, yeah?
He needs a chance to rebut us, so I hope he comes out. I think he comes after us,
Okay.
so he can.
Oh, he'll come after me, I'm sure. I'm sure. But it just absolutely blows my mind that we have people like the mayor, the former mayor,
What bothered you? The fact that he was skating on his bills.
Come on, I get real
He
frustrated.
refurnished his office.
Yeah, well, how much did he spend on them
About
desks?
$6,000.
About 6,000 desks, and he used
It was a lot.
he used the city car for his own personal business. He got free TV. What else? He got free water, I assume.
Make Howard great again.
You know
That's his campaign.
yeah. No, I want to be great again.
I want to be great again.
I want to be great again. But anyway, I just don't understand that. I don't understand why in the world, and I'll just come out and say it. I don't understand why in the world he was appointed to the CVB. Anyway, I've talked many times and written many times about the perception of Monroe County.
Well, we have a new candidate in the sheriff's race. We kind of knew it was coming, but we made it official in this week's paper. Brad Freeman, one of the top lieutenants, I guess you'd say. He's on the ballot. He is going to run for sheriff. John Kerry Beddick's been approved by the Senate, but he's not left. He's still sheriff of Monroe County until he gets his retirement set up. He said he's waiting to hear from his accountant. He's just milking this as long as he can.
That's right. That's right. He wants to stay sheriff as long as he can.
And
I thought it was very interesting. The sheriff's wife, Pam, has been up in Washington quite a lot. I guess she's been on a tour or whatever up there. But I found that very interesting.
The big question is, will Sheriff's son Lawson be able to continue the family name, or will the what do you call it, the renegade cousin Michael Benning upset the family heirloom?
Michael's
Oh,
gonna be in our paper soon too.
all right, we got how many? 8 running for the sheriff now?
Let's count
It's 6 right now.
6?
Yeah, Jocko Rocco,
Well, we got 5 then we got 1 that
Brad
will
Freeman,
debut next week.
Lawson, Copeland. Who am I forgetting? Yeah, Copeland's running again. He ran for sheriff.
Freeman, the 2
Brad
Biddicks,
Freeman, 2 Biddicks.
and Stacy Penniman, is he?
Stacy Penniman may run. That's something you can look forward to seeing in the Reporter. More news on that. So Don, it's going to be a crowded race, and I think that probably helps Lawson with it, don't you?
No.
If we get to 9, I'm gonna announce
If the
my candidacy to make it 10.
If the anti-Biddick family is broken up into smaller groups,
You've got to look at something now, okay? These guys that are running, Brad Freeman, Jocko, these people have been in Monroe County with the sheriff's department forever.
Yeah.
They know a lot of people. All right, it's gonna work one of two ways. Is, hey, why don't want to vote or elect for somebody that's already in the sheriff's department?
Yeah.
Let's vote for somebody new. All right, who's new in the block? Right now, do we have anybody that's new? No.
Michael Biddick.
Michael Biddick
is not with them.
but he's in law enforcement.
Well, here's the big elephant in the room, Don.
Okay.
If you talk to the sheriff and the candidates, the big question, current policy of the sheriff's office.
Okay.
If you run for office, you can't work for the office. You lose your salary and your benefits.
If you get defeated?
No, if you run.
Oh, if you run.
Once you qualify,
After qualifying.
boom.
All right.
You're
But,
out of there.
okay, what happens if you don't win?
Well, then it'll be up to the sheriff whether to hire him
Okay,
back.
so I guess my point is, do you have to resign to run for office?
Yes,
Okay.
when qualifying gets here.
Okay.
So there's a very big debate right now, and the sheriff's told me that he is wrestling with whether to change that policy. And whatever policy it is will apply to everyone, he says, Lawson and Brad and...
If, let's say, 80 people decide to run for sheriff and they all have to resign, we won't have a sheriff's department.
Then John Kerry has to stay on until until we get a
And
replacement.
also do patrol and everything else because there won't be a...
Yeah.
Yeah, it's going to be very interesting. And then,
Somebody asked me last week if I was running because I spend a lot of time out there
Yeah.
looking at reports. They
Hey,
thought maybe it was my time.
I'll pay you qualified.
you spend more time there than some of the
That's
sheriff's
what
personnel.
that person said.
Yeah. All right. Well, other news in this week's paper, Richard, you got it open there. What kind of made got your interest?
We all started talking about the election on Tuesday. Then you went to the election that's going to take place in November.
Yeah, we
still
skipped
got-
over
Yeah, I did
Yeah.
that.
predictions.
We got all these political ads,
where do-
especially
where
for
do-
the state race.
What about the state race has been big and the school board race?